Well, all right, fans, welcome back to the second half of the RWL Japan 5-Star Collaborative Tour Card number 5. Don Hickson, Hangman Tex Lynch, and Myron Schimmelman here with you for the second half. We've got 3 huge matches on tap, and they are all going to be spectacular.
3 very big matches, Don. We've got the Triad of Terror, Ernie Ladd and Ox Baker set to face the Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. A 6-woman tag with Power and Beauty and Sylvia Strong joining forces against Les Femmes Fatales, and in the main event, no rules match, revenge match between Vader and the Mexican monolith Los Santos.
Well, guys, that certainly got my attention. Let's start things off with the Triad of Terror, Ox Baker and the Big Cat Ernie Ladd, together against Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation, with Natalya Neidhart at ringside.
This next tag team match, 1 fall, 20-minute time limit. First, along with the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, at a combined weight of 633 pounds, Ernie Ladd and Ox Baker, the Triad of Terror.
It doesn't matter if it's the tandem of Ernie Ladd and Ox Baker or the trio, the true Triad of Terror, including the masked superstar, the Triad of Terror, have definitely got their share of solid wins against some solid opponents. And a lot of people think Ernie Ladd and Ox Baker are going to upset the Hart Foundation tonight.
They might. I don't want to say, but I think maybe the Hart Foundation's got a little bit of a chance.
Oh, that's unusual, Myron, even for you.
I know it is. I just feel like I should not speculate on this one.
Their opponents, along with Natalya Neidhart, at a combined weight of 515 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation.
Alright, so the last time we saw the Hart Foundation, they went up against the Psychedelics, and the Psychedelics won. Now they're back, and they're going to go up against Ernie Ladd and Ox Baker. Again, I don't want to speculate. I mean, they've got skills. I mean, Bret the Hitman Hart's one of the best technical wrestlers on the planet, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart's a powerhouse in the head. But the Triad of Terror, they're very tough.
One major advantage the Hart Foundation has is that they fear no opponents, and that includes Ernie Ladd and Ox Baker.
Well, 2 of the Grand Wizard's toughest going up against the Hart Foundation. We got Ox Baker and the Hitman starting this one off. And here we go. The official rings the bell. Ox Baker with a hard forearm. Bret Hart counters with a kick. A chop, a right, another right, spins Ox around. A hard shot to the back from the Hitman. Ox Baker counters with an elbow. Charges, swings and misses with the clothesline. Counters with an elbow. Locks up the Hitman. Hard right, takes him down. Oh, man. Well, here we go. This was not going to be easy. Oh, wicked kick to the head from Ox Baker. Baker putting the boots to the Hitman as he struggles to get back to his feet. Counters with a kick to the midsection of Ox. Ox, whip to the ropes. Hitman hits the duck under, and beautiful hip toss from the excellence of execution as he steps out, and here comes the Anvil. And this is going to be pretty good, too. Ox Baker misses with the grapple, counters with a kick to the midsection. Clothesline takes the Anvil over the top rope and out onto the floor. Ox shoulder tackles the Hitman as well. Anvil comes back in, quickly taken down by the Ox. Hard series of right hands to the head of Jim the Anvil Neidhart. They lock up again. Headlock takedown from the Ox center ring. Cinching into that headlock is the Ox. The Anvil finds his way out. Ox Baker going after the Hitman, gets hung up on the top rope, catches an elbow to the head from the Anvil. Running clothesline, and a nice one, takes down Ox Baker. The Hitman comes in on the tag. Ox Baker locks up with the Hitman. Has him by the hair, escorts him to the ropes. And whoa, nice counter from the Hitman. Up and over on the floor goes Ox Baker. Natalya Neidhart looking right into the eyes of Ox Baker. Drop kick for Ernie Ladd out there on the floor. Hitman locks up Ox. Nice power right there. Nice scoop slam from the Hitman. Bret the Hitman Hart working on Ox Baker. The Grand Wizard of Wrestling really invested in this matchup. Wants to see the Hart Foundation get taken down. Whoa! Ox Baker slams the Hitman to the floor. Rounds him back up. Locks him up. Escorts him to his team's corner. Head first into the buckle he goes. Brett counters, catches a cheap shot from Ernie Ladd though. Ox Baker from behind. The Hitman counters with an elbow. An elbow from Ox. Up over their shoulders. And, oh man, just dropped down and into a bow and arrow stretch. Ox Baker with a rare scientific move right there. Surprising just about everyone. Up on the top rope. Hitman's laid out and boom! Knee right across the chest of Bret the Hitman Hart. Here comes Ernie Ladd for the first time in the matchup. And here comes the Anvil. Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Ernie Ladd. Ladd misses with that clothesline. The Anvil catches a shot to the midsection. Ladd with an elbow to the face. Anvil counters with a short clothesline. Rolls over Ernie Ladd, goes for a cover. 1, 2. Right, well, it was pretty much a near fall. Hard right from the Anvil. Rounds up Ernie Ladd. The Big Cat catching a couple of sharp kicks from Jim the Anvil Neidhart and a short arm clothesline. And here comes the Hitman again. Bret the Hitman Hart moves in on Ernie Ladd. Ernie Ladd counters with a kick, locks up the Hitman. Has him up over the shoulders. Let's see where this is going. Slams him down. Ernie Ladd thinks he's got it. Goes for a cover 1. But no, only 1. Just 1. Ernie Ladd beating it out of town. Here comes Ox Baker. The Hitman right there to greet him. Okay, lock up. Bret whips Ox right into the referee. Running Bulldog. Kind of saves the project right there. Stomp to the midsection. And now the Hitman putting the boots to Ox Baker laid out on the canvas. Rounds him back up. Locks up Ox Baker. Catches a couple of elbows to the midsection. Backs the Hitman off. Locks him up. Kick to the midsection from Bret. Locks up Ox Baker. Escorting Ox Baker to his team's corner. Into the turnbuckle he goes. Here comes Jim the Anvil Neidhart. The Hitman got him up the Anvil on the middle rope. Look at this right here. Nice double team. Oh, man. Nice guillotine right there. The Anvil getting a bit ambitious. Going to go to the top rope yet again. Ox Baker doesn't seem to be moving too good. Oh, here we go. He's getting up on his feet now. And here we go. Double axe handle finds the mark right across the head of Ox Baker. Ox trying to beat it out of town. The Anvil's going to try and prevent it if he can. Into a submission on Ox Baker. The Anvil countered. Ox Baker back on his feet. Anvil whipped to the far corner. Ox Baker sets it up. Kick to the leg. Oh, draped over that middle rope. Ox Baker locks up the Anvil. Clubbing overhand right takes him down to 1 knee. Ox rounds him up hard. Right hand takes the Anvil down. And here we go. Ernie Ladd coming in on the tag. Jim the Anvil Neidhart laid out near the corner. Ernie Ladd drops an elbow on the chest. Anvil. Oh man, Jim the Anvil Neidhart getting stomped by the Big Cat Ernie Ladd. A stomp to the back. Oh man, Ernie Ladd just absolutely unloading on Jim the Anvil Neidhart as Ox Baker comes in on the tag. The Anvil indicating to the fans that he's okay. Ox Baker gets taken down by the Anvil. Nice charge. Jim the Anvil Neidhart perhaps wisely tagging in the Hitman. Ernie Ladd coming in on the tag too. Fresh partners all the way around. Ernie Ladd practically decapitates the Hitman with that clothesline. Locks him up. As if belly-to-belly suplex from the Big Cat. Ernie Ladd rounds up Bret the Hitman Hart. Kick to the midsection. Sets him up for the neckbreaker drop. And Bret the Hitman Hart is laid out. Stomp to the chest. Oh, look at this. Ernie Ladd grounding the face of the Hitman into the canvas. Drives an elbow into his back. Follows it up with another stomp. And Bret the Hitman Hart looking like he's in a little bit of trouble at the moment as Ernie Ladd really starts to lay into him. Hard right hands to the head of the Hitman. Bret back on his feet pretty quick. Head-on collision. Whoa, man. Whoa. What a elbow from Ernie Ladd. Bret rolls out. Kick to the midsection. DDT center ring. Ernie Ladd quickly going for the cover here. 1, 2. Oh, man. Barely just a 2 as Jim the Anvil Neidhart comes in to save the day. Ernie Ladd unloads with a right, a left, a right, and another right. That, whoa, man. Sent the Hitman reeling. Here we go. Whoa, head-on collision again. Ernie Ladd, again, a serious combination of shots. Stunning Bret the Hitman Hart. and into, oh man, an abdominal stretch. Possible submission here. Bret the Hitman Hart in trouble. The Anvil come to save the day. Ernie Ladd turning his attention to Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Hard right hand. Oh man, Ernie Ladd not appreciating the Anvil's antics, and man makes him pay for it. Drops him on the apron. Bret the Hitman Hart laid out on the outside. Run into the barricades by Ernie Ladd. And now pitched towards the Grand Wizard of Wrestling and his team's corner. Ox Baker looking on as Ernie Ladd lays into Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart counters. Ernie Ladd putting on the brakes before he can hit the ring steps. Pitches Bret the Hitman Hart into the barricades. Takes himself back inside as the count continues. It looks like Ox Baker is going to offer a little bit of an assist here. Rounds up the Hitman. Locks him up. Oh, this is not good. Bret the Hitman Hart catching a stalling vertical suplex from Ox Baker. Meanwhile, Ernie Ladd eyeballing Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Oh man, Bret the Hitman Hart catches a rib breaker from Ox Baker. And again, Jim the Anvil Neidhart dropped on that apron by Ernie Ladd. Natalya Neidhart looking on. Got to be a little concerned for her relatives here. Clothesline from Ernie Ladd. Steps over, rounds up the Hitman again and does it a second time. Steps over him again. He's going to nail the trifecta right here. 3 straight clotheslines from Ernie Ladd on Bret the Hitman Hart. The Hitman counters with a kick to the midsection. They lock up. Ernie Ladd rolls back inside the ring. Ox Baker catching a kick to the midsection and a DDT from the Hitman too. Well now, Ernie Ladd takes himself right back outside. Crossbody from Bret the Hitman Hart takes him down. He locks up Ernie Ladd, returns him back to the ring. The Hitman moves in, misses with that swing, misses with the grapple. Ernie Ladd misses with the kick. Bret misses with the grapple. Wow, they're getting a little bit disorganized in there. Whoa, man, nasty slam from Ernie Ladd. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg, but Jim the Anvil Neidhart right there to spoil the pin. Ernie Ladd's not happy about that. Hard right. Stuns Ernie Ladd. Ernie going after the Anvil again. Hard right. And he is going to drop the Anvil on that apron a third time. Meanwhile, Bret the Hitman Hart duking it out with Ox Baker on the outside. DDT takes him down. Ernie Ladd returns to the situation here with Bret the Hitman Hart. Almost pitched into the barricades, but a clothesline takes him down anyway. Bret the Hitman Hart stomping on Ernie Ladd as they drew further and further away from the ring with the referee count. The Hitman laying into Ernie Ladd on the outside, drives a knee into his head, follows it up with a stomp, and the momentum has certainly shifted over to the Hart Foundation from the Triad of Terror. The Hitman urging Ernie Ladd to get back up so he can knock him back down again. Man, the Hitman rounds him up. Here comes Ox Baker, looking to run a little bit of interference. Changes his mind on the topic. Bret the Hitman Hart takes himself back inside. Oh man, Ox Baker knocks him down again. Referee still counting Ernie Ladd. Hitman makes it back inside the ring. Ernie Ladd, look at this. Ox Baker hangs up the Hitman on the top rope just in time for Ernie Ladd to make it back inside the ring. He's got him up over the shoulders. Oh, this ain't good. Knee to the head of GTS as Ernie Ladd goes for the cover. But, whoa, man, you see how quick the Anvil got there? Man, that's how fast you want help to arrive. Bret the Hitman Hart shoves Ernie Ladd away. Goes after Ox Baker. Shoulder tackles him out onto the floor. Ernie Ladd with a flying elbow takes down the Hitman. This one's frantic. Misses with the stomp. Gets taken down by the Hitman. Hitman back up on his feet. Misses with the crossbody. Ernie Ladd just a little bit too quick on that one. Quickly taken down again. And here we go. Looks like it's sharpshooter time for the Hitman. Ernie Ladd in big trouble with that sharpshooter. Referee watching the situation real careful. And where is Ox Baker to help his partner? Look at this, Ernie Ladd fighting his way out. Knew he couldn't rely on Ox Baker the whole time. Ox Baker stunned by the Anvil, laid out center ring. He's just waving around like an inflatable toy in the wind. Ernie Ladd tries for the full Nelson, but the Hitman knows the counter to that one. Locks up Ernie Ladd. Ernie Ladd counters with a kick, locks up the Hitman. Has him up over the shoulder, but the Hitman counters into an inverted DDT, takes Ernie Ladd down to the mat. Ladd using the ropes to get himself back up to a standing position in the far corner. The Hitman with a chop across the chest so hard it took Ernie Ladd down. The Hitman covers one, but Ox Baker right there to break it up. The Grand Wizard rallying his approval. Kick to the head for the Hitman. Ernie Ladd back on his feet. Ladd drives a foot into the leg of the Hitman. Britt makes his way to the apron on the outside. Ernie Ladd watching him. Hard right hand. He won't go down. Ernie Ladd brings him in, draped up over the top rope. Hard right hand. That takes the Hitman down the canvas again. Ernie Ladd rolling him over, goes for the cover, but the Hitman saved by Jim the Anvil Neidhart one more time. Ox Baker shows the Anvil the outside. Ernie Ladd resumes his work on the Hitman here. He's got him up, suplex, vertical suplex. Ox Baker rolled back into the ring by the Anvil. This one has been chaotic. Ernie Ladd up on the middle rope waiting for the Hitman to get to his feet. And double axe handle takes him down. Bret the Hitman Hart has taken quite a pounding in this matchup. Ernie Ladd has him up over the shoulders one more time. He's going to do it again. Another GTS for the Hitman, and he is laid out. Ernie Ladd covers one, two. That was a close one. Without Jim the Anvil Neidhart to make the pin, Bret the Hitman Hart finds his way out. Ernie Ladd raining right hands on the head of the Hitman. Okay. Ernie Ladd rounds up Bret Hart. He's taking him to his team's corner. Head first into the buckle he goes. But Bret counters, catches a cheap shot from Ox Baker on the outside. Ernie Ladd whips him to the ropes. Collision. Ladd locks him up again. Has him up in the front cradle, slams his back into the turnbuckle, tosses him out center ring. The big cat Ernie Ladd steps out, and here comes Ox Baker. And Bret the Hitman Hart is in some serious trouble right now. He is not moving. Ox Baker up on the middle rope with a fist drop right across the forehead of Bret the Hitman Hart. And he is battered and not moving. He is struggling to get to his feet. Ernie Ladd in on the tag. Basement dropkick fails to connect. Bret rolls out of the way just in time. And here's Jim the Anvil Neidhart on the tag. Ernie Ladd wasn't expecting that. Locks up with the Anvil. Escorts the Anvil to the ropes. And here we go. He's got him up. Look at this. The Anvil quick with the counter. Ernie Ladd counters with a kick. Landing drop kick. Takes the Anvil down. Ernie Ladd again going for the cover. One, two. But the Anvil able to find his way out of the pin without an assist from Bret. Ernie Ladd probably thinking in his mind what he's got to do next. Locks up the Anvil. Neidhart escorting Ernie Ladd to the Hart Foundation's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle he goes, and here comes Bret the Hitman Hart on the tag. And a nasty tag punch to the midsection for Ernie Ladd. Bret takes over, goes behind. Inverted DDT slams the back of the head of Ernie Ladd into the canvas, and Ernie Ladd rolling out onto the floor. Jim the Anvil Neidhart being real gentlemanly, trying to help him up. Helped him up and helped him right back down. Ox Baker hung up on the top rope by the Hitman, the referee counting the Anvil and Ernie Ladd. Bret the Hitman Hart, is he kidding me? He's going to go all the way up to the top rope. Changes his mind about that one. Okay. Ernie Ladd locked up by that. Oh, man. Ernie Ladd countering with elbows to the midsection of the Hitman. Misses with that flying elbow that time. And here we go. Bret the Hitman Hart takes down Ernie Ladd. And one more time into the sharpshooter, or a second time. I don't know if Ernie Ladd's going to be able to hold on. He is not. He is tapping out. And the Hart Foundation has just defeated the Triad of Terror by submission. What a match.
The time of the match, 16 minutes and 4 seconds. Your winners, the Hart Foundation.
It is certainly a feel-good win for the Hart Foundation and for these fans, as Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart bucked the odds against the Triad of Terror and Ernie Ladd and Ox Baker, coming up with an amazing submission win, with Bret the Hitman Hart cinching that sharpshooter on Ernie Ladd not once but twice, and the big cat had to tap out.
I figured it was going to go that way. I just didn't want to say anything.
All right, well, that wraps up this one. We still got 2 more great matches coming up next. A 6-woman tag featuring Les Femmes Fatales. Don't you go anywhere, because we're coming right back.